Okay, we are going to talk more about this next week. We're going to go into a lot of depth. I'm talking like 30 minutes, 40, maybe an hour of this information because it's a lot. But this is necessary for you, especially in not feeling guilty and making money promoting the kingdom. And I'm going to show you how to do it with purity. Okay? Okay. So anyways, that's next week. This week, it is reaping season. What you've sown, keeping your mouth shut every time someone's been disrespectful to you, keeping your hands to yourself every time someone's been disrespectful to you, serving even when you were tired and you didn't feel like it. I could just go on and on and on with all of the things that we do. Exactly what it says in the word, you giving to the orphans, giving to the widow, setting the captive free, healing the lame, helping others to see, not necessarily physically, but just illuminating. There's a lot of things that you're doing. If you're on this channel, if you're watching this, I believe we're on the same wavelength. You are doing the same kind of things. You are building others up. You are speaking truth. You are holding tightly to Jehovah when everything seems to crumble. You're showing yourself approved with your studying of the word. Like I said, I could go on and on, but he has put us through the ringer to test us, to sift us, to see if we would stand. And it's not to see if we would stand because of something we may have to face later on down the line, but although some of us will, but it was to see, just like in the word, am I the most important? Even if I was to take Isaac, because Abraham, he gave up his son, and then immediately there was the ram, and he didn't have to sacrifice his son, but he was willing because he trusted Jehovah. He trusted the promise. He knew, okay, well, you said that this was the promise, so if he dies, you're going to resurrect him. Something's going to happen. I'm having this immense faith, and that's when the ram was provided. So basically what I'm saying is he has done his due diligence to see where we're at, and now there's no more trying us to see. Now it is blessing time. And in the blessing, it's imperative that we stay close to him, because he even says in the word, he talks about how whenever there are people who become wealthy, they fall away. They get, knocked off of the path that they were on. That was the righteous path. And that's one of the reasons why I'm a firm believer, and more we'll talk about next week, but I just give you a little tidbit in focusing your efforts on getting things out that promote the kingdom, because it keeps you focused on what's real and what's important. It keeps you steadfast on what it is that your mission is, which is to not only get the gospel and the message of the kingdom, which is different from the gospel. The message of the kingdom, we'll go into that later, but it's basically heaven coming to earth. The message of the kingdom, getting that out to people and making it popular, is going to happen through things that are created, services that are rendered, new witty ideas and inventions. That's the message of the kingdom, that's not the message of the kingdom, but that's how it's going to get out. And if you profit off of that, there's nothing wrong with that. Okay? And that's one of the ways that the wicked, they're going to be attracted to those ideas. They're going to be attracted to those things, because believe it or not, those that are not believers, they still have a deep-seated, unless they've completely sold their soul to the devil, which is another talk for another time. If they are not a believer, but they are not someone who sold their soul, There's something deeply seated inside of them to be attracted to the light, to be attracted to truth. Okay? And so when there are things that are fun, things that are great, things that inspire you, you're going to buy it. People are going to buy it. They're not going to necessarily understand why. Why am I attracted to this? This is kind of hokey on some points, but it's going to be something inside of them. It's one of the ways that He, Jehovah, is going to pour out His blessings on us. But it comes from our obedience and what He shows us to do. He shows us to put out that service. You better get working on it. If He has a service for you to do that is separate from other people and is definitely looking like heaven, you better put it out there, because it's going to bless you. Okay? So that's one of the ways. Another way that the wealth of the wicked is going to be transferred is the great reset. And it's coming. The reset's coming. And the smart thing to do is to listen to the experts on what you should do with the reset. I'm not going to say anything else, because I know that there's trolls that watch this. I'm not dumb. But that's another way the wealth of the wicked is going to be transferred. Those people who prepared. Those people who were ready. Everyone else is going to be like, what? Collapse. And these other people are going to be sitting pretty. The new billionaires. Okay? So it's very important, you guys, go back and listen to some of the stuff Kim Clements put up. Just because he passed away, actually, guys, as crazy as this sounds, Jehovah showed me, he said they killed him. They were extremely, extremely scared of his truth. They were so scared of his prophecies. They killed him. They killed him with a biological weapon that got to his brain. He died of a brain tumor. He died of something that just suddenly came upon him. Somebody came under the guise of a believer to one of his, public come and sees and got it in him. That's why it's important for Jehovah to take care of our enemies. This is serious. Anyways, getting back to it. Kim Clement has so many prophecies and so many things that are already coming to pass. Even after he passed away, I believe 2012, it's still happening. His prophecies are still alive today. It's how true of a prophet he was. And so he gives many clues and just many, what is the word I'm looking for? Hints on what to do to have the wealth of the wicked transferred. I'll tell you one. I'll just tell you one. I'll just say one. Okay? I'm not going to give you all of them, but I'll just say one. If you invest in Ford, I'm pretty sure you're going to be okay. Okay? Because they're coming out with some really top-notch futuristic things in the background. Take it to the bank, because that is what Kim Clement said. Now let me say this. Don't put this on me. It's what Kim Clement said. I'm telling you what Kim Clement said. Okay? Don't be coming to me, some kind of lawsuit, but you said, no. The prophet Kim Clement said, invest in Ford. Okay? Alright, so that's another way that the wealth of the wicked will be transferred to the righteous. And finally, another way the wealth of the wicked will be transferred to the righteous is that he will imprint it on some of your enemies as restitution. You better pay so-and-so for what you did. You better deposit this much money to so-and-so for what you did. You think I'm playing? He comes to them in dreams. It's in the Word of God. Sarah was taken by a king. Yes, unknowingly. He was a little bit tricked. Abraham said it was a sister. Jehovah said, you better give that wife back. You're going to die. In a dream. This was not a God-fearing king. This was not a man of God. This was a king who thought he was the it man, who thought he was in charge, who thought he could do whatever he wanted, including taking some man's sister. And Jehovah let him know, I don't think so. And these things still happen today. Do not limit Jehovah on what he will do to make sure that you are restituted for everything you've gone through. And don't focus on him giving to you. You focus on giving to others. You focus on blessing other people. Everything you've been doing, you continue it. As you continue it, you're going to see your blessings flowing. It's not a one and done. It's not a, okay, well, I passed all the tests, so now give to me. No, it's consistency. My mentor talks to me about consistency. Yes, I have a mentor. You should definitely everybody should have a mentor of some sort. It would just help you in your life. But consistency is key. Everything you've been doing, continue to do and keep getting better at it. And as he leads you on what to do, obey it. And you will have the harvest reaped in your life of goodness, wealth, prosperity, and peace. All right, so that's everything I have to say for today. Next week, come prepared. We might make it alive. It might be alive because it's just going to be so long. But we'll see. All right. Bye.